Hey folks, I want to do a quick video on a topic that is near and dear to my heart, and that is staccato, playing staccato bass lines. So, what do I mean? There's two different terms. Legato means long, staccato means short. So, here's what I mean by this. Here's an example. I'm going to play just the eighth notes on B. So, I am playing this legato. I'm letting the notes ring. Here's that same bass line played staccato or short. I'm cutting the notes off. Now, what I want you to think of this as is playing. Here I'm playing eighth notes, 1 and 2 and technically I'm letting them ring the entire time of the eighth note, right? When I say play a rest, make your bass lines pop by playing some rests, here's one of the things that I mean with that. If you think of this as, I'm going to come closer so you can see my hands. If I think of this as play the note and then play a rest, play the note and then play a rest, I am touching the string to cut it off, and that is explicitly playing a rest. So instead of and 2 and 3 and 4 and eighth notes that ring, I'm playing a 16th note and then a 16th rest. I'm playing another 16th note and a 16th rest. So you could think of counting this as 1 E and 2 E and right? So now it's actually much simpler than that, because really you're not adding any motion. You're already putting the next finger on the string. You're just doing it a little quicker. And actually, to play staccato, where the note rings about half of the space and is silent half of the space, that should be the easiest thing to do, because you're moving the new finger onto it in the middle of that. So it's actually a very smooth motion to play that staccato bass line. Now, why would you do this? Why worry about this? Say you're playing, a bass line like this, and a legato bass line in a very dense mix, maybe a lot of guitar distortion, loud vocals, loud drummer, some big synth pads, that sort of thing, right? It's going to be really hard for a legato bass line to cut through that dense mix. However, if you play it more staccato, it is going to. There's a big contrast between the note sounding and then the silence, dead silence in that part of the of the sonic spectrum, right? That makes what you do play more audible. This is a perfect example of less is more. By explicitly playing some rests, you make your bass lines stick out more, make it more audible in a dense mix. So that's the point. Now, can you do this? You can do this. I'm gonna get closer so you can see my hands again. If you play with two fingers, the typical two fingers, you can do this. You can get the next finger on the string quickly. If you play with a thumb and an index finger as your norm, you can get another finger on it quickly. I often play with a thumb and two fingers, and I can get the next finger on the string quickly to cut it off. Also, I've added playing with a thumb and three fingers. And regardless of how you play, you can always get the next finger on the string more quickly. So do it. Practice that. Practice it with a metronome. Practice playing these staccato bass lines, and it will help your bass line cut through a dense mix easier. So peace out.